Alright, hello guys. So welcome to my final review of Dexter Resurrection, episode 10. So of course, to be spoilers since, it's the last episode. So I guess my predictions on how probably Leon Prater will get defeated was kind of true with, I guess, Harrison getting the last blow. And yeah, we just kind of see all the stuff that happened before that moment, I guess. Yeah. So basically from the previous episode, Batista gets killed because he was a dumbass. And it's still kind of funny that I actually don't even care about Batista's death because, you know, he kind of left his prime ages ago. He decided to be dumb and go straight to Leon and get himself killed. So I kind of don't really feel sorry for him. I guess in a way for Dexter because he's lost another friend, but for Batista himself, I just don't really care. Yeah, it just kind of sucks to say that. But yeah, they failed his character in this show. That's one of the failures of this show, I'd say. He wasn't really smart, and he never really was the best at working out things. So it was only going to end one way. So in a way, it's kind of like goes well because he was never really good at working out things. So yeah, especially when it comes to Dexter, anyway. Yeah, and it's just funny that flipping, his ringtone is flipping the Shrek theme, and just that when it says "I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed," that's actually true. The way how he went out, and then he starts seeing Brian, feeling like, because really, it's not like he got Angel killed. Angel to me got himself killed, so to me he shouldn't even be seeing Brian. But I guess he just feels. I guess it's when Dexter feels super guilty. He starts hallucinating the people that make him feel like he's going darker, and he probably does obviously blame himself, especially if the last words from Batista is "F you." So yeah. And Charlie, she's slowly starting to want to turn against Prater. Yeah. And then Dexter ends up finding out information about Prater since all the information's literally there, which is kind of so. This kind of shows that Prater just messed up so much in this scene, killing Batista, leaving Dexter with all the evidence. Yeah, he's locked in there, and I guess the police could end up arresting him, but all that evidence that's in there. And yeah, I guess Dexter is since he's trapped, he has to try call Harrison, and Harrison just thinks it's Batista, but then the girlfriend answers and it says it's Dexter, and then he's just like, wait, how do you have Batista's phone? Don't tell me you've killed him or something. But he says Leon killed him and he's trapped, so he kind of has to help his dad, which I kind of predicted, because imagine if they didn't even have Harrison in this last episode, but the way how they've just perfectly fit it together with Harrison helping Dexter. Yeah, because it just felt like it had to go that way if Batista wasn't decided to not to be smart and help Dexter. Yeah, I just don't know how else it could have went, because even if Angel didn't die and he was helping Dexter to at least escape, he's still going to want to arrest Dexter, especially if literally in the place where tons of police and stuff are, Claudette's there, Melvin. So he just wouldn't be letting Dexter go scot-free, and he'd do everything he can to like get him arrested even after, them two getting out. But I'd be shocked if, Angel decided to just let him go. Yeah, after all that. But he still says to Dexter, like, I'm still gonna stop you no matter what. Yeah. But yeah, it just goes with Harrison trying to help his dad. Claudette comes in like a nice dress, and I thought seeing Wednesday in pink was weird. And then the way what she does in this episode, it just gives Wednesday vibes. That flipping season 2 episode 6, man. I was just like, oh, it's stuck in my head. Yeah. And then I guess he's finding trouble, so he can sneak past security and stuff, so he can get to where Dexter is. I guess Leon realizes what's going on, and then I guess Charlie stops him. Got him at gunpoint, and then they try to make a deal that Prater's using her and stuff. So she's thinking like, man, I should probably leave. and then he's got evidence on Charlie as well. So he's trying to make a deal, but she tries to think another deal instead, like leave him to die in there, and she'll just promise she won't kill Harrison if you just accept it, I guess. Yeah. So she will let him go. And I feel like if Dexter killed her, mom, which obviously Dexter wouldn't do that. He doesn't just randomly kill innocent people, because he has killed innocent people, but more by accident. Just one time in New Blood, he actually wanted to kill someone to get to his son, which tried to kill him, but yeah, most of the time, he just kills bad people anyway, yeah. So yeah, he's just trying to work out the code when I guess Charlie lets him go. Because, yeah, she just leaves him in there. So it's really up to Harrison to decide to leave or stay when the cops come. But they're just trying to work out the combination. And this is just really... This is really like fully redeeming Harrison, because this is like full circle, because New Blood, he shot his dad and left him for dead, where there's a situation again where it's in this situation but he's deciding to help his dad instead of just, you know, leave him, which Charlie wants him to do. But yeah, he's able to work out the code. Prater probably realizes what's going on and is just going to stop Harrison, I guess. Has him at gunpoint. Yeah. And it seems like Krim was calling, but I guess Dexter uses Batista's prints to do something with that, yeah. And, you know, he's just working out what's going on. So, you know, he basically takes Harrison as a hostage. And it's funny how perfectly this goes with my little silly video that I made before this episode. Like Leon versus Dexter. With Harrison being like the damsel in distress. But then, you know, Harrison's the one to get the final blow. It's just so funny that I literally predicted how things would go. Obviously no sword fighting or anything like that, but just them working together to stop, Leon. So it actually went how I thought it would go, yeah. Because someone this powerful can't really live. It's kind of obvious he has to die. But then there's like Owl and the New York Ripper. Don't know if Melvin's gonna possibly be the New York Ripper. Like, there's still some of those things that could happen with season 2. And some of the stuff Dexter gets after this moment, yeah. But yeah, the best could be they're able to like find a way to stop him, because it seems like, you know, Dexter's about to lose the only thing that he cares about, and that's keeping him together. Because I can't imagine what he'd do if he lost Harrison in this moment. He'd be gone. Like, Brian's influence would fully take over. Like that one episode when you just seen Dexter do bad stuff with hallucinating Brian. This is, man, that's a fun episode, but yeah. And that's when he sees Trinity's son and all that, yeah. That's a classic episode. And he's just basically trying to reason with him, so instead of sword fighting, it's just like mostly just talking so he can get close enough to stop him. And then Harrison's able to like get the needle and subdue him. So instead of like throwing a book at him at like that Sabrina meme I made, like he just gets the needle and stops him, I guess, yeah. So yeah, I was basically right with my little meme video that I made on TikTok. Yeah, but yeah, that's it for Leon. I mean, he's obviously going to be killed by Dexter still, so it's still basically Dexter that's going to finish him off, but Harrison's the one who basically saves his dad, so it's kind of full circle. And that's the best thing about this show. They fully redeemed Harrison, where if they decided to not focus on Dexter after this, I'd be fine with a Harrison show now. It's cool they've actually got to this point where I'd actually want a Harrison show now. Still don't want a Trinity show, because the amount of times I've had to hear Trinity's name in Resurrection just shows how better season 4 of Dexter is compared to this season, because people are saying this is the best season, but I guess good for them, but yeah. And then you just see flipping Leon just begging for his life. I mean, someone kind of spoiled the picture of it getting to this moment, but I just knew Leon was not getting out of this episode anyway, yeah. So it's not really a spoiler for me when I basically predicted it anyway with my little meme video. Yeah. And he's just trying to talk to him about his code and stuff. Why he does what he does. He doesn't go around just killing people, and Leon's just trying to bribe him so he lets him go and stuff. Like help his son with his college and stuff. But he just doesn't want to keep someone who can just easily just take him down whenever he wants. So he decides to kill him. And then we get this scene, which is hilarious, with Claudette. She basically, because basically, I guess, before Leon dies, he basically donates like 11.8 million to the police department or something. So yeah, good for them. And Leon's just done, finally. I mean, he's not as good as flipping the New Blood villain. So that's one thing that New Blood had going for it. They didn't have to have like multiple killers and Leon. They just had to have one just well-written villain. Like the flipping Clancy Brown was just so good in New Blood. and it just sucks he ended up in the worst season of Dexter. I mean, but it sucks that it's mainly just the last few episodes that kind of was messing up things. Well, Harrison was still an issue when he came into the story, but it was really like mainly the last few episodes of New Blood that messed up things, because I was actually enjoying New Blood at first in this new setting, but then it just slowly goes downhill, and just the ending just completely destroyed it. Yeah. But thank God Resurrection at least fixes a few of the things, and I just hate that there's still some things from New Blood that I'd want a continuation on, like Dexter's ex-girlfriend, like the cop that he was with. Like, I'd want to see her again, but it's not gonna happen. But yeah, this scene when flipping Claudette just hears her favourite song Staying Alive and she just starts dancing, it's just like flipping Wednesday vibes, man. Like, my God, because just her being so out of character. But I guess when her favourite song's on, she has to dance with Melvin. It's a funny scene. Yeah, if I can show a little bit of it, yeah, it's just funny. Yeah, and to me, they just kind of basically waste these cops, really. Like in the last few episodes, because they're kind of focusing more on like finishing stuff with Leon and stuff. So they just become completely useless, and then they end up, like, Dexter ends up exposing all of Prater's trophies, and he cuts him up and he uses his fingerprint to fully escape. And then he basically sounds the alarm so they can find the evidence. They find his trophy room, and then she gets to find the New York Ripper's files, which makes her happy. But then the stuff with finding Batista's body, I guess she kind of feels bad about that, because, you know, she didn't trust him. So she's like, oh, this is my fault, he's dead. Yeah. So she kind of feels bad about it. And she decides to honour him by not letting the cops take his hat and keep it with him, I guess. Yeah. So that's cool. And then, you know, we're getting a classic, you know, flipping Batista dumping a body a bit on flipping Leon's yacht, which is cool. Obviously not going to keep that. But yeah. So maybe they can do better things with her in the next season. And probably will actually use the New York Ripper, which it just feels like it's going to be Melvin. Yeah. There must be a reason why they didn't really do much of him at the end, especially since they know there's going to be a season 2, so there'll probably be some big things happening in season 2 with Melvin and Claudette, so yeah. Oh well. At least we're still getting a season 2, unlike original Sin Rip. Even though there's been so many flipping signatures for what the Mazuka act has been doing, yeah. But yeah, that she ends up leaving with her mum. So I don't know if we'll ever see her again. I guess Blessing's happy, which is good. And, you know, he's got Harrison, so things basically worked out for him. And he's got all the files of the killers. So he's literally got Owl's probably location, and Yonka's Slayer. What the hell is that? Midnight Mangler. He's basically got the files of multiple serial killers that he's probably going to go after in the next season. So yeah, there's some potential there of stuff we could see. I'm just wishing for like a season 2 to don't just kill off the killers so fast. They actually develop them a bit like old Dexter, and that's why to me old Dexter's better than Resurrection, because they actually gave time to develop the killers. Even like little killers that they don't really keep for that long, like 2-3 episodes. They don't just die in like 1 episode and then that's it. And it just, when they finally get focused, they're just gone. That's how they did it with Resurrection. But the original show, even if it's just like a killer that's only temporarily there before like the big killer comes, I just feel like Dexter did it better. The original show, yeah. So I hope they kind of like take notes from like the original series, seasons 1 to 4, and do it more like that instead of just disappointingly killing off the killers. Yeah, but at least we still got Al, so at least they kept 1. I wish they would have kept maybe Mia, and maybe all the evidence they had on her, like maybe just dropped somehow after Leon Prater's death and what he's been doing. I don't know. But yeah, it seemed like there's still some potential of all the other people he was probably gonna bring in, and Dexter's gonna go after him now, so yeah. It sets up some cool stuff, yeah. And that's basically it for Dexter Resurrection. I'm not gonna lie, it was a great show. I'd say 8 out of 10 overall, the overall show. I don't know if I have like one episode where I don't even know if I have one episode where it's like a 10 out of 10. And maybe I could do a little TikTok video where I just rank like the Resurrection episodes, like where I'd place them. I mean, I kind of already gave my review scores throughout these reviews, so maybe you can kind of predict where I'm going to put things, but yeah. I'd say it ends well. Kind of predicted the ending, but yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to more of Resurrection. It'd be cool if we could somehow get Original Sin back from all the petitions, but at least we've still got this show, so yeah, I'm happy. we've got good Dexter again. They made up for new blood, so that's a good thing. Just hopefully we get a good ending this time for the third time. And season 3, like, I hope that's the final season, and it just, if they're gonna still continue the story after season 3, like, but maybe not in Resurrection, but like, I'd want like a movie to fully finish the story, and then if they want, they can do like a Harrison spin-off finally, and focus on Harrison. And then I don't know if Dexter's still in the picture, he could make cameos sometimes, but yeah, that's how I'd want Vince to go, for the rest of the series. If we can get original sin back as well, those 3 things.